All right, roll the dice, Elio and Mark. Here we are back. It's been a little bit since we've done a video. Uh, we are here.
Vacations, that's what happens when we both have 4 kids, right?
That's right. Yeah, that is what happens. So yeah, we've been on vacation. I was down the Cape, but it happens. So we have Derby Day tomorrow. Quick recap. Last weekend, Elio was on fire. You hit a lot of things out last weekend.
Yeah, good race. Good racing weekend. And but we all know horse racing. It can go up, it can go down. I lost today. But I'm really focused on the Derby. These races, they scored. Wow.
Vegas just scored.
That could be my opponent. That's a whole nother issue.
Vegas just scored. Yep, that's right, Elio.
So I've spent a lot of time. See, I do the work. The results usually come. If you do the work, they say the results come in. It's not always true with horse racing, but I like to think it that way. So I did the work. We'll see if the results go. We'll know by 7:30 tomorrow if the results came in.
Yeah. So Elio is going to give his Derby pick out on this video, but we're going to do a couple other races before that, and we will have more obviously tomorrow, and we will be together tomorrow. So we're watching the race. Who knows what we'll do in mixed company. But I'll give out my first play for tomorrow, Al, and that is at Churchill Downs, race number 2.
Yep. Race 2 is a 6 furlong, $100,000 race. I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Now I can hear you.
Now you're back. I don't know what just happened. So I don't know if you heard me. I'm going with number 4, Proud Veteran, 4-1.
Nice. Who's right? Do you know who's riding it?
I do.
Is it Corey Lannery? Yeah,
Yes.
He's my surprise jockey. He's my sneaky, like, middle of the road jockey who, like, 6 to 10-1. I feel like you can get him on the right horse.
That's one of the reasons why I like this horse. Because of him.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that's my first pick. What do you got?
You want me to go to mine? Okay, so race 10, it's a 2-year-old. I've been having in Saratoga, I've had decent success with the babies, so I'm going to continue with that. I've sort of got a little angle I've been working. Anyway, it's a $250,000 race, 2-year-old race, a mile distance. I'm taking the 6 horse at 20-1. Sometimes these horses, these big price horses, they get the odds are much lower for them just because they were bought a much higher price, probably have better breeding lines. But if you look at the times, what they've put on the paper, they're really close. So you have a horse that's 4-1, and you have my horse who's 20-1, and my times are actually better than them. So maybe not as highly ranked beforehand, but what he's done, I like him. 6, 20-1 Belafonte in race 10.
Okay, good. I'm glad you said the race number because I missed that. I'm writing it down. All right. My second race is race number 5, and I'm going to go with number 8 on a spree, 7-2. And all of my notes are not with me, so I can't give you my reasoning behind it, but that's who I've got.
Well, I mean, I can just look at it's a Michael Maker trainer and basically come in 11 out of 13 times in the money. That's a pretty good horse. I like betting horses that always fire.
Yeah, so usually I do this from my desk, but I just didn't feel like it tonight. I'm just here on the couch. I'm watching the hockey game, so all my stuff is someplace else. But yes, Michael Maker. Thank you for the recap, Elio.
No problem. And speaking about hockey game, how about those Dallas Stars?
They beat a really good team. I mean, McKinnon is definitely the best player in the league.
Wow, he's so good.
And but Dallas is hot. Dallas is hot. I mean, I don't want to say too much about
Right.
comparing it to last year because I don't want to jinx you, but there are a lot of similarities.
So, and then I'll tell you, this team, I feel like they can score like 2 or 3 goals and like they
Well, they
can.
have a lot of firepower up front. And at some point, oh my God, he hit a wide net, missed it.
How did he
At
not
some
score?
point, we'll have to kind of go over how you make this pick.
Yeah, I will. And it's actually
You got a
yeah.
system.
No, it's, I don't. I don't have a system. Yeah, you know what the system is? It's called my eyes. That's
Yeah,
the system
yeah, that's pretty good with all those glasses you
with
wear.
these glasses.
You must have very healthy eyes. They're always protected from the sun.
Well, I mean, so that's where I get my handicapping in horses. Not only do I look at the paper, but I like watching the race replays because I like to see. Sometimes they say in the comment section line, they say, "Oh, stumbled at break," like stumbled from start. Okay, and then I go to the video, and yeah, it was a little teeny stumble. But if you're just reading it and not looking at the tape, you're like, oh, he stumbled at the start, so he's better 2 or 3 lengths. When reality is, it was more like a hop than a stumble.
It's like the
So
muzzle coming off.
yeah, muzzle tough. So yeah, these eyes, I get $500,000 eyeballs, one in each side.
Wow, I didn't
I'd
realize.
love a middle one.
Medusa.
I'd love one in the middle or in the back, whatever.
The back. I'd rather one in the back behind my head.
So I'm having a Kentucky Derby party.
Yep.
It's all of my family and you and your brother and Seth. So big party, big.
nice.
And but I am going to be betting from 11 o'clock a.m. First race is 11 a.m. I'm so excited for it. I've pretty much got every race handicapped. But I'm going to give you my Derby pick. And
Yeah, let's get it.
so you're looking at a horse that a lot of times the favorite going in, I don't like. I've had, for some reason, I haven't been on throughout the year, but it just so happens that Tiz the Law, who is the favorite and is so good, and it's a horse that you want to root for because he's not like one of those, again, talk purchase price $1 million horses. He was bought at a pretty reasonable price, and he's a New York bred, so it's just a really cool story. And the actual owner is just like a regular guy, and he's got a group of like 3 other guys that bought it together. So it's a really cool story. But obviously we're trying to make money, and he's 3 to 5 morning line, and I'm expecting him to probably be lower. There's been a couple scratches. I don't know if you know, Mark, but they just had the one just scratched as well today. So now the one is scratched, and that guy Victor Martinez, how he has a horse?
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that, but his horse scratched, and his horse was actually a horse that the wise guys sort of liked. Anyway, so my feeling is you got to play against the favorite, or if you want to do a favorite, an exacta, a cold cocked exacta favorite with a second with somebody else. I'm gonna play against the favorite. I'm taking a Bob Baffert horse who I'm probably gonna get all of 8 to 10 to 1. Okay, the 18 horse, and I'm gonna go with him. He's got speed. He's gonna get to the lead, and the knock on him is that he probably doesn't want to go this far, or it's just that Tiz the Law is better and he'll pass him at the end. But when you have a horse that will get to the lead in the Kentucky Derby and gets out of the slum of the 18 horses or 17 that are running now, or 16 actually, I like that, because then you don't have to be involved in all the bumping into each other. If you're ahead, I just feel like that's a huge advantage. Even if he doesn't get home all the way, I feel like that's an advantage I'm going to get. So I'm going to take the 18 on top, and I'm going to take the 18-2 exacta box, and the max player is 30 to 1. So I'm going to do 18-2 exacta box.
Nice. And what did you say the 18's odds were?
He's morning line. He's 8-1. I would assume he's going to be between 8 and 10-1.
Yeah, I agree. The favorites, everyone's going to hammer the favorite. No, this is a public race. Everybody bets on this race, so everyone bets the favorite. So you're right; it's going to go down. So I agree. I like it. I haven't looked at it yet, so but I think I'll be with you. So
Yeah, I mean, you can bet so there's another way you can bet like I've done in races when there's a big favorite, you just gotta pick a horse that you think is gonna come in second. So I mean, in theory, I could pick the favorite Tiz the Law, the 17 horse over the 18. So you figure if my horse goes to the lead and then gets past them right at the end, you could go the other way, 17, 18. I just don't know if I'll get the value with that so I'm not. So my pick is Authentic 18. I'm taking him.
Vegas just popped it in the empty net. It's all over.
Yeah, it's over.
Demko played incredible.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, he robbed them 7 or 8 times tonight. Oh, look, his college teammate just put it in the empty net.
Well, now I know who my matchup's going to be.
Yep, it's Vegas, your second favorite city.
So, what are the odds? What are the odds going to be?
Actually, what are the odds?
What is the series odds? Dallas, Vegas. Vegas seems to be like favorites over everybody, right?
I'm going to say 145.
Vegas.
Yeah. I think Vegas will be the favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't let the fact that this went to 7 games fool you. Vegas controlled the play. Game 6, I mean, actually, was it game 6? Demko stole a couple of games for them.
Yeah.
So, I think they're the better team. Look at the shots tonight. They're going to show.
Yeah.
They?
It's a big – yeah.
There's like 13 shots.
Yeah.
And they had a 5-minute major. And I don't think they had 2 shots in the 5-minute major. So this is a good team. It's going to be a good series, just like the Colorado-Dallas series was. Ton of speed, ton of scoring in that series. It was a fun one to watch.
Yeah. And like I said, I didn't know a ton about Vegas. I've seen them play the last 3 or 4 games. Mm-hmm. But I said going into the series, Dallas versus Colorado, I personally thought that Colorado had a slight edge on Dallas. And if Dallas got out of the Colorado series, I felt good about the next 2 teams, either Vancouver or Vegas. Not that it would be a walkthrough by any stretch, but that's sort of what I thought going in.
Yeah, I do agree.
I'm not saying they can't lose to either of these 2. Oh, well, now it's just Vegas.
It's Vegas, yeah. I mean, hold on. Ooh, nice chance. I agree. I think that the Colorado-Dallas series, those are the 2. I think those teams both are playing better than Vegas right now, but I think Vegas is also playing very well.
Yeah.
Good series. Give another fun series to watch. And then the East tomorrow night, you've got Philly and the Islanders. And, I have both sides in the series. Both sides are plus money, so I'm just going to watch the game tomorrow night. I'll be rooting for the Flyers because I got plus 243 there.
Can you hedge a little bit if you want?
I got 243 on – I'll look to see what the game is. I got 243 on the Flyers and 105 on the Islanders. So I prefer the Flyers win it, but I'm going to make money regardless. I just don't make much if the Islanders.
Right.
Just to say this could turn into a 3-0.
Oh, they wanted that goal, huh?
3-0. Yeah, you were still. I wonder what the total was in this. Was this 6? I think it was. I mean, the easy play in the Colorado Dallas is if it took. I think did all 7 games go over? I mean, there was 10 goals scored every night.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's going to be like that in this one. Actually, I have no idea.
So then you have Tampa Bay versus. I think, regardless of who Tampa plays, they're going to win. I think they're better than both teams. I definitely think they're better than Philly. So maybe Tampa Dallas, Stanley Cup.
But Tampa Dallas or Tampa Vegas. Who do you think is favored? I mean,
it's pretty close.
It's close. So it's like I
I
would
don't
say
think you can have a big line either way.
I don't think you have a big line either way.
That's
The thing, I think Tampa is getting a much easier road.
the
Like
Bruins. I mean, the Bruins. The Bruins didn't give them much of a fight.
no.
The Bruins won game 1 and game 2 they had, and they ended up losing that. And then game three was a close game. Game 4 they got their heads kicked in, right? Is that
Yeah.
or was it the other way around?
No, that was right.
And, obviously, game 5 went to double overtime, and I thought they played well in the overtime period. Thought they had chances, but they just couldn't put the puck on the net. Tampa goalie played great. Is there any chance Stamkos is coming back to join this team? Because that would make me worried if I were you. If you
but
Stamkos,
they said he's like only like power play, like that they weren't. If they brought him back, it would be for strictly power play.
then I don't think they'll do that. You're not going to waste. I mean, he's good, but if he can't take a regular shift,
Yeah,
you're going to
that's
waste a spot on the bench.
well, you'll find out this series because if he doesn't play this series, I doubt he'll play in the next one.
So that's that. We got horses. We could talk pucks. You know, I've had a good week baseball wise. Although I hope nobody saw my picks tonight.
5 and you had you hit a bunch of dogs too.
Yeah, but not tonight. I hit the Brewers with the dogs, but the Marlins first and second, top of the 9th, and bunt. I hate new baseball.
No, I mean that's.
And then I had a couple. The St. Louis Cardinals is a dog.
And so you have Philly plus 245, right?
Yeah.
And you have the same amount on it as the other one?
I'm a little bit more on the Islanders.
You have a little bit more on the Islanders. But you'd make more money on Philly,
right? Money if Philly hits, so I want
to
hit
Philly.
Yeah.
You're Philly.
I'm playing Philly, yeah.
But I would think the Islanders will give Tampa a little tougher time.
I think the Islanders are better. I just think they've caught the 2 games up. But if you
said it to me before,
tonight, it was like 55-26.
Yeah,
the Flyers won. Not that any of the 5 goals were really bad goals for the goalie, but
right.
I think the Islanders are better. They haven't been able to find a way to win the last 2 games. They've kept them around, kind of like Dallas. Dallas had a 3-1 lead, and they didn't put Colorado away, and they.
I was going to kill the coach, by the way, when he started Bishop in game 5.
He coached the Bruins in the mid-'90s. You remember him, Rick Bowness?
Yeah, but they were up 3-1. They had the series, and then they put in Bishop. He left 9 goals in 5 minutes.
I remember watching. I wasn't watching the game. I was watching the ticker on the bottom. Old school. I was, watching some game, and they were showing the scores at the bottom. I'm like, my God, it's 5-0 because Colorado. Every time they flip to it, it's another goal.
Yeah.
Thought maybe they pulled the goalie tomorrow. So that game's at 7:30 tomorrow night.
When does game 1 play for them?
I bet you Sunday.
Really, that quick?
That's tough turnaround for these guys. Oh, they both played tonight. Yeah, I bet you Sunday. They want to have a game on Sunday afternoon, or Sunday night, definitely.
Wow.
In the East, will start on Monday. Hey, they're in a bubble. They gotta get this crap over with. We're into September.
And the Lakers lost.
Oh yeah.
Game 1. And the Bucks are down 3. The number 1 seed in the East is down 3-0 against Miami. Yep.
That's not my bag, baby. I don't. Basketball's not my thing.
Yeah. Well, they're.
Can't watch it. Too many fouls.
All right.
So that's it for tonight. We will have plays tomorrow, and we will be together for the big race. And that's that. We'll be back with you tomorrow.